Having that accountability and that support from a community is incredibly powerful. I've had clients come back from vacations having lost weight. What would that be like? That's why you need to be in my course. It's only open for this week. You will not have another chance for months to get in. Now is the time. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Dr. Andrea Christian Parks, and welcome to my channel. I am glad you're here. We are now in the final week of what we need for permanent weight loss. We're not doing diets. We're not doing drop 10 pounds, gain 12 back. We are doing losing weight for good. End of story. Obstacle handled. Mission accomplished. That's what we're doing here. So, how are we doing it? Well, for the last few weeks, we've been talking about getting the reason you need, reminding yourself that you are the hero of your weight loss journey. You are chosen set on a path to conquer this obstacle. And then you can go forward with all kinds of other challenges that you want to accomplish in your life. But this one's going to be managed, and this one's going to be out the way. So what is the reason that we're doing this? Why do we need to solve this problem? We talked about that in the first week. We talked about the hero and how you get in the mindset of being that hero instead of defeated and discouraged and frustrated. No more of that. That thinking doesn't take you forward. We talked about the different heroes. We've been talking about Moana and Shuri and Tina Turner. We've been talking about Celie from The Color Purple. We've been talking about these powerful people, characters, and how you have exactly what it takes to be just like them and conquer this challenge. Now, we have talked about getting your plan together. So if you missed week 2, go back to week 2. If you missed last week, we talked about compassion being your superpower and how you need that on this journey and how powerful that moment of compassion is in moving you forward towards your goal. Now, if you are here when this video drops, you just missed my webinar. But you got another shot. There is another webinar coming up tonight. If you have not already gotten on that, signed up for it, made sure that you have gotten the link and check 2 emails. You get a confirmation and then you get the link in the next email. Make sure you have the link so you are in there on time tonight. We start on time, we get this in, and I'm going to give you all kinds of tools to get yourself moving along this journey. Now, if you don't know how to get there, let me tell you. You go to www.drandreachristianparks.com. That is my website. You will see there where you can sign up for the webinar. Get it. You can also sign up for my free ebook, which gets you also more tools for your journey. Okay, but definitely get in the webinar. You want to be there live. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a good time. And I want to see your face. Now, if you need to be, off camera, okay. But I want you to devote this hour to getting what you need. Don't shortchange yourself. This is for you. And you are the hero. The hero needs tools. You got to have something to take with you along the journey to make sure you're successful. So let's go. I'm going to see you at that webinar. Okay. Before we go any further, I want you to subscribe. Subscribe, it's free. And you want to be sure you're getting all of my videos. You also want to hit your notifications so that you get them as soon as they come out. And like and share with the people you love. People who you know. Yeah, so-and-so, sister girl, auntie, cousin. She needs this too. Like and share. When you like it, helps more people find it. When you share it, you give direct support to somebody that you love. Okay? So share away. All right, this week, what are we talking about? We got to talk about another major thing that a hero needs on the journey. What does the hero need? Let me talk about accountability and support. Okay, I've been reading this book. Actually, I have read several of these books now that I think about it. The author, I think, is called Lee Child. Anyway, he writes about this character named Jack Reacher. And Jack Reacher is like the Lone Ranger. He's on his life's journey solo. Like, he's just wandering from place to place. He was a former military guy. He's retired, so he has just enough money. He travels super light, doesn't have bags. He just kind of goes from place to place and see where it takes him. But what happens in these stories, it's a really cool setup, because he ends up in some shenanigans, of course, with every story, because he cannot help but to step into his role as a hero. And when he sees stuff happening, he feels compelled to intervene, and it just always becomes some big thing. And it's so much fun to watch. Well, read. So anyway, I've been reading this story. But here's the thing I realized. Even though he is cast as a Lone Ranger, and he is the hero, he's the mastermind, he's the conqueror, he's the one that gets to the goal, he's never really alone. Because what happens is, no matter where he ends up, he enlists help. He enlists help. He gets a team of people. He always ends up with somebody. And somehow he finds people who meet exactly the needs that he has. Whether they fight alongside him, or whether they have some sort of computer skills, or some sort of, like in this latest book, somebody who could translate Albanian and Ukrainian language, you know, the characters. Like, how did he find these people? They were provided by the author. So it's in the story. Think about it. Remember, we've been talking about all these different amazing heroes. I want you to think about Shuri. Shuri in Wakanda Forever is the tech genius. Like, she is got this whole lab and all this equipment, and she's got all this amazing resources, right? But she wasn't running that whole thing by herself. She had a whole team of support. Of course, Wakanda was amazingly prosperous, so they had all kinds of resources. She ran that team, pulled all that together to leverage in her favor. Remember that? I got another example for you. I want you to think about Moana. Moana's out there in the ocean with the stupid chicken, right? Seemingly all alone. But she wasn't really all alone. There were times it seemed like she was alone. But remember, she found Maui. She found the demigod. She convinced him. She got him on board, and they went off. And he took her many steps along the way. There were certain steps that he was not there for. That is true. But he was there for a lot of it. Who else was on her team? Because her father wasn't supportive of the whole thing. The family's all back at the home island, and they're not there to help. Okay. What about Grandma, though? Remember that Grandma was there inspiring her back at home, and then Grandma in the spirit was out there in the ocean, guiding her, like taking her. Grandma was there. That support that Moana needed was there when she needed it. So, here's what I've noticed for a lot of you. A lot of you think you're supposed to do this on your own. You think you're supposed to be the Lone Ranger. You think that because the weight is on your body, that you have to solve the problem alone. And I'm here to tell you that you do not have to solve the problem alone. And a matter of fact, you will be successful with a team. What does that look like? It looks like gathering people around you who know of your goal, who know what you need to create what you're trying. They may not know all the details or all the answers, but they're with you. Now, you might have a group of people who are trying to do what you're doing. Most of the time out there in the general world where people are trying to lose weight, what they do is they do, when they do get accountability, and they do get, and it works. You've done it before. You've done a weight loss challenge at work, or you've got a partner that you meet to walk with every day or 4 times a week or whatever it is that you do. The thing is, most of the support that we know to offer each other out there is exercise or sticking on the same diet together, which does work, but almost every time it's temporary. Or you do the exercise focus and you go do those things and you feel good about the exercise and about keeping the commitment to exercise. But because exercise doesn't move the needle very far with permanent weight loss, it's not as successful as you want. So then a lot of people give up on it and they go, well, we'll have to try something else. I guess I got to figure this out alone. And absolutely, what you eat, when you put it in your mouth, nobody else is doing that. Nobody's feeding you. Nobody's standing next to you going, don't eat that. But having a community of support, of people who are asking, how's it going? How are you doing with this week? What challenges did you face? How do we address that for next time? And they're going to ask you, and when you get ready to go eat the cookies in the pantry, you go, wait a minute. This is not, I don't want to talk about it later. B, it doesn't help me get where I want to go. And C, there's other people who are cheering me on, who want me to be successful, and I want to be successful. So I'm not going to do that. Having that accountability and that support from a community is incredibly powerful. Now, you've got two options. You can create that for yourself. You can go out, cherry pick people who you think will be with you, stay with you, work with you, and keep you accountable to your reason, your plan, who will understand the role of compassion, who will help you stay on the bounds of hunger and fullness, help you troubleshoot those things. That's a lot of work for you to create by yourself, but you can do it. You might have in mind some people who can help you. Then go for it. But I want to offer you this. If you want the support in two forms, one, an expert who can help you shortcut directly to the solutions you need in your particular situations, and a community, a sisterhood of people who are trying to do the same thing you are. Not quick diets, not, want to drop 10 pounds for a wedding, but who are going for permanent weight loss. I want you to be not only in my webinar, but in my course. I want you to sign up for my course, because what you get not only is all of the teaching that I do to help you craft your plan, help you keep going, help you find out what are some of the blocks that are keeping you, sabotaging yourself, all that, but also the support of other women like you who are doing exactly the same process, and you get to be together working towards your goal. The power of that, the motivation of that, it just helps jumpstart you and move you forward so much faster than if you think you have to be out there and be the Lone Ranger. And remember, Lone Ranger is not really a thing. There's always a support team. Always. So you get to be the support team for someone else. Someone else gets to be your support team in my course. So I want you, if you hadn't already signed up for the webinar, get in it, because you're going to be offered the chance to sign up for being in my class. It's going to open. It is open. It's open now, and it closes at the end of this week. And then it's not available for some months. Yeah, it will be late summer. Before we do that again. So I want you in this class. I want you in this class so that we together will create the success that you want, with the support, the compassion, the accountability, all the things that you need. Can you imagine? You start this now. We start the very beginning of April. By summer, you're going on your beach vacation for the summer. I don't know, 10 pounds lighter than you are now, 20 pounds lighter than you are now. But not only that, the peace that you will feel going on vacation. You know that fear, you get ready to go on vacation, you're like, I'm going to lose all the ground. I just lost 3 pounds. I'm going to come back 5 pounds heavier. I want to go on vacation. I need to go on vacation. I have got to get out of here. I've got to get a break from work and all the crazy and get out of my house and get out here. I want to go on the beach and I want to have a good time. And I'm going to be so mad when I come back and I get on that scale. Matter of fact, I might not even get on the scale for another week or two because I don't even want to know. Because I'm going to pay for this vacation on that scale. What if you didn't have to do that? What if that didn't even exist? Because your plan and your support was so solid that you could go enjoy your vacation and not gain any weight. I've had clients come back from vacations having lost weight. What would that be like? That's why you need to be in my course. It's only open for this week. You will not have another chance for months to get in. Now is the time. So I want you to go to www.drandreachristianparks.com, sign up, get your spot in the webinar, make sure you go on and check out the course and get your spot. There will not be an unlimited amount of spots. I'm not taking a big old class. I'm taking a small class so that everybody gets the attention they need from me and from their classmates. So I will see you at the webinar tonight. And next week, there'll be a whole new series and class will be closed. And we'll be moving on with the new class, losing weight, making it happen on the hero's journey together. I can't wait and I hope you're going to be part of it. I'll see you there.